Welcome to Redbeard and the Den of Tools. Hey ho guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the Den of Tools. And today we are talking about some savings I found for you over at Lowe's. And it's not Cobalt this time, I know, right? We're talking about Craftsman of all things, and we're talking about the Versastack. Right now, I'd seen this, and I admit I kind of glossed over it the first time I saw it. This ad actually has been out for a while. This first, I think, got announced in their Spring Black Friday ad, but this sale is good through the 30th of this month. So you still got plenty of time to take advantage of this. And it's 20% off the Craftsman Versastack series. And from what I've seen, it's everything in the Versastack series, which is fairly decent. Now, this one here, if you buy these separately, you're going to end up spending, I think it's $12 or $16 more than buying this as a combo unit. So I really do suggest just picking this up. If you're going to go into the Versastack system, just go ahead and grab this as your base starter kit, all right? So the base part of this unit is really this unit right here, which sells currently for $43.98. Now that is 20% off the price of $54.98 that it normally sells for. Now, again, remember, if you saw my video about the Milwaukee sales going on, this is, the bear usually likes to go for a big, discount when he talks about discounts. But on these storage systems, you don't see them go on sale very often. So if you can get something, you get it. So what you got here is you've got a base unit where the cart part is built into the box, all right? So this one is going to be dedicated. It's going to have wheels on it. You're not going to be able to take those off or anything. It's got a little tray that goes in it for a little bit additional storage, separation, and management. See, and it's up there, and I think it slides back and forth. It's a nice little box. I actually just got back from the store. I wanted to go take a look at them. I almost bought them. but I think the missus might shoot me. Might declare it bear season if I bought any more tools right now. Anyway, so, it was a close thing. I had it in my cart and everything. So anyway, yeah, that's the base unit. It normally sells separately for $44. Then you get the middle box. This is the 17-inch red plastic lockable toolbox for $22, normally $28. Again, this is also going to have the little tray compartment in there, slides back and forth for easy storage. Now, how these connect is at the top and bottom of each unit, there's these little tabs here that fold out and snap back in. This is what I really wanted to take a look at, and this is why I wanted to go up there and take a look at them before I told you about it. I wanted to see what this plastic was like, and I was fairly impressed by it. It's not that really hard, it's going to shatter easy plastic, or that super soft you can bend it. I think there actually might be some glass reinforcement in there, or there's something. I'm not sure. I'm not going to stake my reputation on it, but it's, better than the average, bear plastic, I can tell you that. Then this is the top piece that comes in that set. 17-inch red plastic lockable toolbox. There's really not a whole lot to this piece. It is literally just a box. Now, you can get foam inserts. I don't want to quite say that. Allegedly, we'll talk about that later. How about that? We'll call it dramatic foreshadowing, huh? All right, now here's a piece that I was interested in. This is their plastic toolbox. It's kind of like a tote. Now, it's really hard to see, and they don't make it easy for you here. But down here, that right there, that piece, that is an insert that snaps in there so you can store things in an up and down. So like if you had some screwdrivers or some rulers or even some paintbrushes or whatnot, you could store them vertically in there so they wouldn't just be all slopping around. Again, you can see on the bottom, it's got the latch system and it's got the latch system at the top. Nice thing about this is if you go back to this setup and say you take this system, this part right here out, you put that in there, when you latch this one on top, it acts like a lid. There's still a little bit of opening so you can kind of see what's in there, but stuff is not likely to just go flying out. Okay, and that piece will run you $13, which, I'll be honest, on its own is not a bad little tote. All right, next in this system, I was pretty excited about this. We got the 7-inch by 2 drawer red plastic toolbox system. So this is your typical small compartment, small item toolbox where you have the sliding drawers that come out. They snap in place. There's a little locking bar back there to keep from just popping in and out as they whenever they see fit. And again, you got your snaps on top and on bottom, so they lock into the system, and you can mix and match however you see fit. You got a bunch of small compartments. You want to see what's going on. You don't like the drawers. Well, we've got a 12 compartment small plastic, or I should say a 12 compartment plastic small parts organizer. Say that 10 times fast when you got sinus problems. Yeah. Right? And each one of those little bins comes out, so you can, have your screws and bolts and nuts and whatnot in there, and take them out, take them to the workpiece and whatnot. And if that's too big, we got a smaller one for you, a 7 compartment organizer. So you look at all that organization. Don't you feel organized already, don't you? And then last but not least, you need some tunes, right? Yeah, they got you covered here. This is their Versastack water-resistant Jobsite radio. Now, this compartment right here opens up, and you can store your iPhone or iPod or whatever in there while it's connected, and it can charge and whatnot. It can also be connected to the battery system that Craftsman uses. Now, whether you can connect that to another battery system, I don't know. I haven't taken a look at it. And there you can see how it stacks on, locks into the system and everything else. So as you're taking all your tools, you can, go ahead and grab your tunes to go with. Now, I did check this out to see if I could stack it higher than the, because they make it look here like this 3-piece system, like that's it. You go any higher than that, you're going to be out of luck. You can keep stacking this as far as you can reasonably go. And these smaller units here, they're also recessed from the back, so there's room to get your hand in there and control it also. You're not pressed up against the unit if you go higher than that. Now, here's the secret sauce. If you're familiar with DeWalt's T-Stack series, this is essentially the same thing, but Mark version 1.2. So I was checking online, and there's a lot of guys talking about how that the Versastack system really is nothing more than the T-Stack system, with a lot of things integrated or taken out. There were problems with the T-Stack. So if you already have the T-Stack system, this is going to be an add-on. If you've been waiting for some parts, wanting to buy some additional pieces, but they never go on sale, like, say, that, which looks surprisingly like that. Really? Tell me that's not the same thing. Okay, one says DeWalt, one says Craftsman, one's black and one's yellow. Or red and one's red and one's yellow. But it is essentially the same system. Look at that. Except this one's $26, and this one is currently $32. Nice little savings if you're already interested in the T-Stack series. Plus, the T-Stack has even more items. So if you go into the Versastack system and there's not something there you want, or you're looking for a big, 17-inch stackable deep tool storage box, $32.37. Oh, and we're talking about small parts organization. Maybe you thought the 12-piece was too small and the 7-piece was too big. Well, we got your Goldilocks zone here. It's $33.94, but we got a 9-compartment small piece organizer. And last but not least, shut up, Moto. Jeez, that dude. And last but not least, say you want a better cart system. Well, DeWalt's got you covered here with their stackable utility trolley cart for $126. This is a pretty nifty system and reminds me a lot of the system that Festool has for a lot less money, I gotta say. But the nice thing about this is it works like a cart when you need it, when you just want to truck it around up and down stairs and whatnot. But say you're on the work site and you just want to wheel it from place to place, you've got your 2-wheel swivels with locking casters up front, so you can easily maneuver it around, nearby on the work site. And because it uses the same locking systems, you can, as we showed you before, mix and match as you see fit. Now again, the nice thing about this system is, hey, if you want to go just like one way specific with it, you can do that. But it adapts to your use and how you're going to use the system. That's the nice thing. Now, let's be honest. I know there's some of you out here who are more like this guy who just can't make up his mind. He's got about everything here. I think he's just missing the Milwaukee line. But anyway, point of the matter is, getting organized is one of the best ways that you can better the kind of work that you do. And this, it's not a huge savings, but think about it. It adds up. 20% off of, $100 is still $20. And if you need to get an organized system so you can cart your tools around better, I gotta say, I've been looking for a reason to dip my toes in the Craftsman a bit more, and this may be just the one to get me to do it. Just don't tell the missus, okay? I don't want to wake up in the morning and there's a fur rug in front of the fireplace. All right? Remember, we've already had this. We bought this like months or years ago, right? It was already there in the garage. She just didn't see it. Sorry, I know I sound a bit off today. It's this head cold or whatever. Spring colds, gotta love them, right? All right, well, that's all the bear has for you today. Why don't you, if you get a chance, head on over to denatools.com, join the forum, become part of the discussion over there. Also, hey, take a second, chomp that like button, ring the bell, subscribe, make sure you get all the good content that we have here. All right, you all take care, and as always, shine on.